Hi there, Jay here, and we're back with Brony D&D, part 165. Now looking ahead. Now, my this I was having a little trouble on my end because when I wasn't recording the screen, the video was fine, but once I started recording myself using this application, it started the sound was all distorted, so hopefully it works this time. It's distorted again. I guess I'm gonna have to deal with this. Isn't technology wonderful? This is what my high school collaborator always said when I was wrong.
Greetings and welcome one and all. It is time for Brony Dungeons and Dragons. Yes.
I don't know what else to do, barring threatening physical violence to my computer, but that never works.
And last session, we were given quite the hint that we're reaching the end game here.
I do have my Yoshi.
Nobody say it. Nobody say it.
I'm still thinking.
Why do you think I muted myself?
Okay, Doc, did you really have to dust off that old joke?
Didn't realize it was a joke.
Okay, you want to know something? You want to know something even more that you're gonna slap me? Okay, so what's the Mummy King's name?
Bizarre. Yeah. It could be that's a double entendre with bizarre meaning an actual shop, the other being
strange.
bizarre. Yeah.
Strange.
Also marketplace.
Now, Josh, trust me, it took everything I had to not slap you across the face when I saw you last time. Ugh.
I mean, is that specifically for that joke, or I mean, like, what's his list of things he's done to you at this point?
How much time you got?
Good point. Let's move on.
Yes. Yeah, we should. Yep.
All right.
Continue.
All right. So, in the last session, we had quite a few revelations as the party traveled to the old ruins in the Urnian Desert and found the Mummy King, who had a lot to tell and a lot of beans to spill. And why don't we start right there?
I don't get music anymore. Thanks a lot, computer.
Sorry.
It's not your fault.
For some reason, my camera
It's entirely your fault.
The computer's left.
All right. So,
No,
all...
Please not now. Feline, please.
All right.
If I stare straight at my computer,
So,
I am staring a little
you
to
all
my right, not
stand
directly at
there
the computer,
processing
not directly at the
what
camera.
you just heard Jalrum recite.
Brian starts looking under the throne for the books that he mentioned.
Oh, I think we got those out last time.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tantamile got them.
You had Tantamile go under and start dragging them out, remember?
The cat actually did what I told it to do.
Alright. It's been a while.
It has been a while, and we've had things happen.
Yeah. Happening things.
Faye's just kind of standing there a little dumbfounded at one part in particular of the Mummy King's note.
Pregnant. Boy.
Which was again?
The first, one of the first major revelations.
No, yeah, just so I'm not doing a dumb, what was it?
That face pregnant.
Okay,
It's
good,
a boy.
I'm not doing a dumb. So, Amber, I look at Faye, after putting two and two together, and Amber kind of just towers over because like Nora's in the way, so her head is.
Nora looks in between his head and getting out of the way.
She's like,
Yeah.
nope.
Okay, Amber
Not
gently
dealing with us.
picks up Jalrum, like just to move him out of the way. Yoink, getting him out of the way. Looks at Faye.
Hi.
Did you say an egg?
Amber, that's not how humanoids. You know what? Yeah, I think we should probably keep going.
Amber is looking at Jalrum now. She's like, "Did you nest? Where did you nest?"
Their is basically blue screened at this point.
Do we need to explain
Song,
this
that's
movie
not
is
how
canon?
human beings are made.
Human beings! Human beings! What?
Human.
How else are they supposed to hatch them?
Like,
Well, you see,
Okay,
There
No,
are no
no.
eggs.
Jalrum,
They give
trust
birth
me
to
when I
babies.
say this. Trust me when I say this. This is probably the only time you will ever be glad that Rabs is no longer on your side.
Oh, yeah.
Jalrum immediately goes over to Ivan, just covers his mouth. Yeah, funny, Ivan. Okay, let's keep moving.
but it's a beautiful natural process that deserves to.
And Faye comes over and covers his mouth, too. Shut
So there's 4 hands over Ivan's mouth.
Tell her you're alright. Uh-oh.
Approach this.
Guys, you dipped
Anyway,
out for me.
Congratulations, I think you just killed Josh's wife.
All right, you see Jaminia have this like almost Cheshire cat like grin.
Cheshire cat.
Faye looks right at her. Jem, Faye looks right at her. Jem, don't you dare. Jem, don't you dare.
She just very gently turns away. I'm not saying a thing yet.
Yes.
You know what? We have air gnomes to find. Let's go find air gnomes.
Yeah, what were you saying? The Vexit branch? Yeah, let's go there.
You hear this. You hear
I also
this.
have emotional support Barakba in a
You
different
you
way.
hear this laughing echo throughout the throne room. Oh, I have waited so long to hear that.
Hey, look! Literally anything else! Let's pay attention to it!
The Cheshire cat?
Get to gallery.
Oh, you're big!
Oh, hello.
Why is he so big?
Faye falls backwards on her rump.
Why is he so big?
Of all the moments in
Talk about
eternity,
kill it with
this will
fire.
hold a special place in my heart.
Smile immediately goes bonkers and starts to try and leap onto Litamara.
Because he's a cat.
Oh, that's canon. Well,
It's let it have its fun.
So she's sort of like backpacking on a little Mars back and just like kneading, like you know how like cats
Knead.
or do that kneading thing, making biscuits.
R/need.
That kind of thing.
R/need.
I and my thighs are very familiar with that process.
Hashtag
But
Luna,
basically,
please.
she's laying on Olitamar's back, just blissfully kneading biscuits.
I'm shot. Anyway.
Okay, so you see Litamara. He you see him looking up for a second as if he's trying to think of something. What should I do here? No, the Fairy already did that, so I think I'll do this. He seems to reach into some sort of pocket, which is weird because he's not dressed.
No question anything
like Tom and
in this character anymore.
It's like Tom and
trying to
Jerry.
make sense of Pinkie Pie.
This happens in Tom and Jerry all the time.
And he pulls out He pulls out some plant fragments and throws them on the ground.
What are
What parts of the
okay?
plant?
Oh, I
Or is
didn't
it a
pop
whole
my
plant?
character sheet because
And I'm gonna have to ask Tantamile to roll a will save.
Oh no, it's cat.
Oh no, you did it! You did it!
Oh, I
Hang on, I gotta find what her will is. Okay, it's
12.
yeah, it's a D20 plus 12. So she actually has a pretty decent will save.
Interesting.
I swear, this is cat.
Uh-oh.
And there goes Tantamile.
Oopsie poopsie.
Thank you, sentient dice. I pay
Rule of funny.
Oh, so Tantamile is immediately entranced by the aroma of this plant.
We're getting the sound, right? The sound quality. This has nothing to do with video. This is
Rolling
all on
and
my end.
just being very, very
I tested it out
happy.
before recording.
Ryan starts pinching the bridge of her nose. You know what? I'm just going to sever
After
the
birthday.
machine for the moment because I don't think I can handle the LSD going on in my brain.
I didn't even
So
consider
that
that.
happened in our lives.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, that is something I do need to talk to you all about. You see, my good old friend Bazaar right there, he has a bit of a pretentious streak. And as I'm sure you've found out, he's rather lost his mind as a lich. That's a bad combo. It's been 9 hells in a handbasket to get him to remain coherent. So when he said, get your affairs in order, he meant give your mummies and daddies a hug and kiss, or make sure you let everyone know where you're going, or take out some life insurance, or something to that effect.
What was that last?
Take out life insurance? I didn't know we had that.
So, basically you're saying we're heading into danger as per usual, and it's nothing exceptional.
Lovely.
So yes, but you probably realize we've had a lot of discussions on this particular topic. So, this is your last chance to ask questions.
Question. All right, I'll start. Are you telling us that our plan of going to the Vexant branch would be ill-advised?
Indeed, it is very ill-advised. In fact, how can you find something that's taking great steps to ensure it remains hidden?
You're asking
People-
that of a spy.
And people did have a way of keeping hidden from others. I'm giving them much.
All right.
Then, where should we be headed then? Directly to Optimar?
Well, not directly to Optima. As I said, you might want to talk to some people to let them know where you're going, because you won't be returning for quite some time.
Sending.
Oh.
A sending spell.
Okay, so we have to head back to Directian and inform everyone else what the situation is then.
Let's see. An hour,
Little
12
more.
minutes. It's 9:41 now.
There's a question that's been on my mind since we returned from Botscore.
PM.
Yes?
Do you know where Rayan is?
Yeah, you see the Cheshire Cat's grin just kind of shrink.
What?
I cannot answer that.
Why
Oh.
not?
I made a promise.
A promise to whom?
No spoilers. That's how it works.
A promise to Ryan.
Okay, the spoiler lover in me just got mildly triggered. But
Guess what? The spoiler hater in me is immensely satisfied.
And that's why you're perfect for each other.
Opposites attract.
yeah.
And get angry with each other.
John
Has
takes out.
everyone asked what they need to ask?
Do you have something you wish to ask, Father Lightbringer?
I am waiting until everyone else.
John takes out the note again and starts rereading. Olimar, the Drow are already there in Oxmar, yeah?
Yeah, you see Alitamara gritting his teeth.
No, I only say that because I'm a little confused. Because it says, I'm just reading the note, a small group is secretly headed with the intent to steal the largest diamonds. I thought they already had a hold on the diamonds. Why would they be stealing a larger diamond?
It could be that there could be another group that needs the diamond or wants it for some nefarious reason or another. Who knows? It could actually be members of the Resistance. We haven't spoken with some of the others in a while.
Unless...
Well, it's
Are you finally using your brains?
Watch it, kitty.
Took them long enough.
Wait a minute, what? Jal immediately perks up. Faye, you would happen to know what else requires a large diamond?
Oh,
What? Like...
Well, I
not
do know that well, okay, I'll knowledge arcana this just to make sure I'm not talking out my butt.
not the Avatar, is it? Or the Folly, as we now know it is.
Because I was about to say, quality of diamond matters more in spellcasting than size.
Well, you're trying to think about which things have actually used diamonds in their magic. You know that obviously resurrection and sanctify the wicked, but you also know about
Cumelis.
yes.
Oh, that's... Okay, Jal immediately shuts up because he remembers what King Bazaar was saying. Oh, okay. Oh, in that case, then urge... Wait a minute. Jal...
Mel, stop.
Trust me when I say, the more you figure out too soon, the more hazardous things might be. Because remember, one often meets his destiny on the road that he takes to avoid it.
Thanks, Ugoi.
Mm-hmm.
I actually kind of thought he was minorly doing an Oogway voice for that.
There are no accidents.
I like Kung Fu Panda. Don't ruin it for me.
Me too. That's like one of my favorite movies.
Well, actually, no. Jal just like squints at the at three words in particular, but he doesn't say which. And then just gives King Bazaar this like seriously look at him.
Did say he was pretentious.
All right, then. I guess we should head back to Directian and. Well, there is one thing I got to talk with a couple people on, especially Zeadril and everybody else. As Jal looks at his journal, and he has one one thing in particular written on it, and it just says Plan A.
Does he have
Yeah, I think it's, yeah. Let's head back to directing. I think we're good. Arden, you're right. Taking these encyclopedias, they are a little thick.
I think I can. It's just... Probably gonna have to rent a second camel. I could afford it, whatever.
Alright.
Don't we have a bag of holding?
Yes, but I don't feel like taking that away from a dragon, if you know what I mean.
I mean, we could hold on to the encyclopedia, whatever.
The books will be safer with him anyway.
Point.
I'm curious. It's in case you've forgotten, I used to be a scholar trying to figure out the secrets of this place.
I've never met you before. Except when... I've never met you before a couple of days ago, so yes, I have forgotten that.
You can't forget what you didn't know. Please,
Sarcasm, Feather.
don't talk to me about sarcasm. She points to the beaked one on her shoulder.
Ha!
Excuse me.
Just take care of those books and yourself and your family.
I will. And I'll also take care of yours. He gives a wink.
John puts his hand on his forehead.
Amber, like, tries her best to be light about it, but punches Jar in the shoulder.
Ow!
You dog!
Would Rose be offended by that?
Okay. Faith and
Amber
screaming house
drops
sound
out,
every
all
other night.
giddy.
Jay!
Huh?
Yes?
Nothing. Just nothing. The comment was mildly...
My
Amber
point
just-
is, I think there's been time to make that comment of Jarum rather earlier than this.
Anyways, continuing onwards.
Alright.
If
But yes,
everyone has spoken their piece, there is something I needed to ask of Oli Demara in private. If you don't mind.
Sure. We can head out and we'll meet you up and we'll meet you home. I'll meet you outside. Excuse me.
Oh, keeping secrets from the party again.
Yeah, Amber immediately frowns at that, but leaves reluctantly.
I'm sure if it's something that the party needs to know, he'll tell us once it's over.
Come along, Tantamile. Rhyme tries to pick up Tantamile, but she sort of does that cat-defying gravity thing where she just accordions up. And Faye, you hear her go, no! Meanwhile, Rhyme is like half carrying, half dragging the cat.
Yeah. You see Beline move forward and grab some of the plant and start singing it. I don't get it.
Bless you, little one.
Stay innocent, Beline.
So,
Ivan.
Ivan needs to go too.
Come, Ivan!
To the Batmobile!
In this case, the golden
This
hot rod.
transition makes me dizzy.
Oh my god!
Wait.
Hot rod.
Oh my god!
I mean,
Come, my trusty, come, my trusty steed. It's time for a drag race.
I mean, I does find her hot.
No.
Alright, anyway.
Continuing on.
All these jokes are going
So,
going
Amara
because I'm
sits down, his tail
or
wagging
because the
back
sound
and
quality
forth,
of my computer
patiently for
combined
a question.
with these two programs sucks.
I know it's probably going to get me some difficult looks from the rest of the party, but I felt that this was necessary. I know that there are great dangers that lie ahead, and I'm fairly certain that I have a pretty good idea about what you plan for me in particular. But that's not what really concerns me. Before we get into the thick of it, I must know, will this story have a happy ending?
You see the Cheshire Cat just, his smile returns, but it seems a lot more genuine. And you see his eyes sparkle a little bit. You've learned well. And disappears.
Good enough, I suppose. Then Owen follows everyone outside.
Ryan turns to Ivan. Is that cat always that cryptic?
Yeah, usually he's actually more so. Cracks a good
good.
joke every now and then, though.
Ryan spots Owen as he exits the temple. Are you alright, Father Lightbringer?
I'm better now, I think. But there is still a great amount of struggle that lies ahead for all of us, I have no doubt.
So it's a little too early to celebrate.
I'm pretty sure we will be able to celebrate at some time.
Dibs on music.
All right. So you step out into the Urnian desert, and you already see Arden heading away with two horses.
Oh, we lost a bliss.
I'm just reloading because I wasn't hearing any music.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, this thing's decided I don't get music, and I'm depressed because Josh always chooses great music.
We'll put it in.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
still don't hear anything, but that's okay. Anyway.
Yep.
What music? Oh, there it is. Okay. And I don't hear anybody else.
I haven't heard music since season 2. I don't.
For me, I could only hear the music until I turned up the volume on my computer. Before that, it was there just really, really, really quiet.
Honestly, I'm kind of tempted to move us all to Discord.
That might not be a bad idea. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
Season 3, now on Discord.
No.
Season 5 now on Discord.
Anyways,
So, Virginia looks to you all. So, how do you want to get home? Short way, long way?
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
I think it's the best thing.
Time is of the essence. My people are very mobile, so...
Well, if Boline is not too offended, we ask.
Well, I can't.
You can what, Faye? Go ahead.
I can teleport us. We don't have to keep bothering Boline.
well, you can you teleport all 7 of us? I believe sometimes teleportation may have a limit.
I think you should be able to. The last time we teleported, I think like 10.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, just checking. I don't
did, didn't she?
know how to do it. So I just wanted to be sure.
Faye looks at Pauline. That doesn't bother you, right?
Oh no! It's totally fine if you guys want to teleport yourselves.
Well, were you willing to teleport us without a price? And Faye's just kind of giving her a half smile.
That depends what you got.
What I've got is a smart.
Little...
What I've got is a smart aleck little fairy.
You could make the baby blue.
No.
No, Faye's entire face just goes slack, and she just looks at Ron.
Or you could turn Tantamine blue.
She already made Jalarum blue, so have we seen enough blue?
Everyone,
never have
my
enough blue.
hands were
It's my favorite
going
color.
home.
Even though you've only ever seen me in green.
Rhyme can't help but smirk a little bit.
How did the innocent little fairy...
Rhyme can't help but smirk a little bit.
How did the innocent little fairy turn into the most mercantile character in the entire show?
Pixie logic,
It's called
go
character.
figure.
It's called character development.
12 years of
Well,
it,
Owen
all
has
free.
to make sure that he's only holding one hand, if that's enough.
And I don't know if I can cast it on the screen, but I shall try. Click.
Okay, I have a question. I have a question that may have been answered before, but it was likely when I wasn't in the game.
Nope. I can't.
If Owen holds onto a piece of clothing that someone is wearing,
Like a glove?
does that transfer the curse?
Like gloves?
You haven't exactly experimented with it.
We'll figure it out.
I mean-
later. Just as long as he doesn't hold Faye, that's... Yeah.
Yeah, because I was about to say you could just probably hold on to Faye's dress or something.
Excuse you, no he can't.
I don't know.
We should get Owen some gloves for Christmas.
I mean, according to Doc himself, he gave Owen a gauntlet because the curse wouldn't transfer through a weapon he was holding, so that might be some data for your theory. Question.
Okay.
Okay, well, only 6 of us.
You and 6. So,
That's,
oh man, that means... Oh, that means all of our animals are just left behind. Peace out.
No.
Belene's just got her arms behind her head.
Aline, would you please help me a little, please?
Roll diplomacy.
I'm on standby, don't
I
worry.
can't wait to see what color my hair turns.
I mean, it's already purple, so... Crimson red. Ooh, I like her idea.
Make her a natural blonde.
Turn her into Sailor Moon.
Yes.
Cody, Ellie, one of you is
Hey,
doing artwork of
Roll
that.
diplomacy, please.
Give me a
Sailor
moment.
Moon.
Yes! Good roll.
It's pretty good.
Okay, decent. Pretty good.
What is it? I don't see it. What is it?
Okay, I guess I'll
There
give you a small discount because, you know, you kind of caught the preggers. So,
I can hear you, Armau! Jiminy!
Honestly, it's funnier when we
she
can
moves
hear.
over to
funnier
Jalo
when I
and gives
can
him
hear.
another boop on the nose, and his coloring disappears.
In my opinion, it's funnier when we're hearing Ari laughing or just
And
reacting from
at the
Josh's
same
mic.
time as you with her, and she begins to cast teleports.
Let's head back to Directian.
And we're back.
All right.
So Jal was just blue this whole time.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Wrong one.
I'm
Computer.
so blue, blue, blue. I'm so blue, I don't know.
Says
what-
Ziadro and Cassie look up from their chairs. Says
I will be back. I have to do something very important. All right, we're back, and we're in pretentious lighting. And I did wash my hands. Anyway. Yeah, I'm not staying there. I don't like being in the dark. I like being able to see. And I accidentally knocked a bunch of things over. Hang on. Where did the other one go? Oh, it's upside down. All right. Here we go. Back at it. Let's see, it's 32 minutes in. 10:15 p.m. That means there's about 15 minutes left. 50 minutes, so that would be 11:05, assuming I don't interrupt myself.
Ziadro and Cassie look up from their chairs. Oh, you're back.
Indeed. We've had some things come up.
Not for long. We have much to prep for. Looks like you may need to all prep for battle sooner than we thought. Excuse me.
You should prep a cold shower for that cat of yours.
I know how to take care of her.
Is catnip really that bad?
You've never seen a cat on catnip, have you?
Cinnamon roll.
No.
I have.
All right. So Jaminia moves over to Ivan. So Ivan, you know how giggly you get when you drink highly mineralized water?
Uh-huh. Oh, I get it.
Imagine that, but a lot more.
Times about
So
25.
unfiltered water. Ooh, so sparkling water. Ooh,
Sorry about that.
Yes.
that's the heavy stuff. You don't want to drink that.
I love this joke.
All I can say is stay pure. Faye kind of grabs Jalaram's hand and just starts dragging him away.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm back. Can y'all hear me alright?
I hear you.
Howdy.
We got you. We got you,
Lucid-
fam.
Oh, whatever. That was weird.
Anyways. What I missed?
Oh, man.
Faye was
Alright,
like dragging Jalaram away.
As
we brought
that
back the best
happens,
running
Jalaram, you feel like something just hit you in the butt,
Ooh, what the heck?
and then you see Kyla.
Oh, hi.
He
Why'd
better
you have to
not
hit
have
the
just
button?
tried. He better not have just goosed
that-
him.
Kyla just kind of blinked twice. What just happened?
That's what I'm.
Why'd you kick me?
Amael,
I don't.
turn around.
What? John, what do you mean? John turned around.
I'm looking on the
Uh,
back. I'm looking on his
okay,
back.
you're looking on the back of his head, and you see letters written in Sylvan, and I'm gonna have to ask you to roll a will save, Theron. Alright. As you read the words, you feel a compulsion to do what Kylam just did, but you quickly shake it off, and you see the words in Sylvan, "Kick me."
Celine?
Yep.
Colleen's gone.
Okay, hang on 1 second, guys. I gotta take care of something.
Faye takes Jalarum's hood and pulls it up over his head. Just keep that on for a few hours.
Yeah, Nora looks at Fither and yes, now you know what now you know what we went through for all those years.
Oh! I
With
never
the lead.
considered that.
No, I understood.
Okay. It's actually,
All I can say, Nora, is that I sympathize tremendously.
I love how we were all worried that this was going to be like a super depressing episode, but literally for the last 40 minutes we've just been giggling nonstop.
We got jokes.
Too much water.
Yeah.
Back to that.
I downed a whole pitcher before this session.
Alright, back in the deal with the carpenter.
Don't you start. Your character's already bad enough.
So Jaminia looks at you all and says, "So, are we going to wait a day in order to talk to everyone, or shall we make preparations immediately?"
Faye kind of gives Jim a look and just quietly puts a hand to her stomach and just is kind of quietly pleading that she needs some time.
Very well. We will depart tomorrow, late morning.
Alright.
Thank you. And Faye just kind of keeps pulling Jalarum off because she wants to talk to him.
Alright. Okay. So, yeah, this is kind of huge.
It is. She's trying to pull him out of the room entirely.
Oh, so like down the
Up or down the stairs, whichever that is.
Oh no, the stairs.
Alright, that's fine. Or in the corridor-ish area.
At least he
Yeah, 'cause I
hasn't
couldn't tell
touched
what that
Owen.
was.
And at least Faye's holding his hand, so.
Did anyone else want to do a thing? Kylam's gone again.
Oh, crap, I wanted to talk to him. Ah, never mind.
I swear if I find out he's following us, I'm going to lose my mind.
I wanted to follow us, I wanted to leave at the same time we do.
I send a message to Owen really quickly. Just basically saying I need to talk to you. That's all.
Owen understands and tries to find.
Alright. Well, if we're all splitting up, I'm going to go back to the table and do some politicking. Don't get into any trouble.
So who wants to talk to them how long that's going to last?
I look at Ivan and kind of just blush a little.
Oh.
Do you want to do something?
At that time, Nora and Gareth look at each other, nod, and then just walk off.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
So was that a we should
No!
leave them alone?
No! We're done! We're done! We're done!
I promise I'm not going to go not safe for place. I was going to say, was that a we're going to leave them alone nod, or was that a the signal has been given, time to execute the plan nod?
That was, I think it was okay,
Shiver's
okay,
on
we're
deck.
gonna leave now.
Rose has
Instead, Amber,
Rose has a
I
faction.
tapped my necklace and I actually shipped it to my elven form for the first time in a long time. A long time.
And now, and for a second there, you were Deanne from Seven Deadly Sins. Yep.
Okay, I smile at it. I smile at Ivan eagerly, but then I look at myself uneasy and realize what I'm. For some reason, I'm looking at myself uneasy, and then kind of just rub my arm, embarrassed. So Faye's pregnant.
Yeah, he's your baby.
She laid so humanoids don't lay eggs.
No, they they do this. Let's go inside. I'll tell you.
Okay.
You hear Jaminia from the table say, "Please."
I'm pretty
By
sure
the-
that he knows about the act, just not the whole egg live birth
Just
difference.
stop!
Yeah.
Shane,
I'm just saying.
Get it.
Shane,
Okay, before you leave the room, Jaminia says, "Care what you say within my earshot. My ears do more than just frame my face, you know."
No, dude. Let's go.
Okay.
Josh, you already stole the joke from me once, boy.
It's health class directing edition.
so where are we going first?
The
I
birds and
think
the
that we
bees.
should have Rhyme and Owen talk. I think.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, so Rhyme and Owen are alone in a room, except with Tantamile, who is currently sprawled out on a chair, just thinking that everything is really great right now.
I want some tuna.
Isn't that her constant state of
I
being,
can
though?
see through time.
Is this real life?
Stop.
Is this just
Damn
fantasy?
No.
Although I kind of okay.
So, Rhyme,
Yes.
tell me what's on your mind.
You know what you did, Doc.
I'm owned with.
It seemed
You said it. You said it.
It's good to be helping.
You know what
I
you
am.
did.
I am concerned. It's about this time that her disguise wears off, so she turns back into a drow.
Okay.
I am concerned. She's pacing a little. Well, for one, with this infiltration of Optimar, I don't know what we are going to encounter. Should I go as my disguised self? Should I go as a dwarf in disguise? Should I just make myself invisible and follow you from a distance? That way, in case we come across an anti-magic field, I can say, "Oh, well, I was just tailing them, waiting to kill them. Thank you for spoiling my Thank you for spoiling my disguise. I'll kill you now. I don't know what's going on." But then there's just so much more that is going on. I am now this, and I don't think I thought it through all the way. And I don't know what I'm doing after this war, when I'm not needed anymore. I've literally just spent most of my life doing this, and what do I do?
I don't know what lies in your future, Rhyme. There is a great deal that's going to happen that's going to turn most everyone in different directions, I'm sure. I have to believe that there are greater purposes that we are serving that we may not yet understand. But in regards to what you should do in Optimar, I think it is best that no matter what happens, no matter what dangers we face, I believe we should stick together. That we should fight as a group. If you are separated from us, trying to follow, if you are hoping to throw others off the scent by being on your own, that may work for a time. That may give us an advantage that they may not have planned for. But when the moment comes, when we will all need each other the most, it is absolutely vital that we stay together, that we depend on one another. Do you trust me enough to follow in that?
Yes. May I put forth a small suggestion, then?
Ask away.
This form of mine is perhaps one of the few advantages that we have. But if I am seen by a dwarf and they don't trust me, they could lash out and attack you. If I'm seen by another drow, they're wondering why I would be working with you. My human disguise wouldn't, which is now a disguise, would not exactly... It could be best to think that that human disguise doesn't exist anymore, that she died in a way. That way they think you're using Pickens, we could surprise them. My suggestion is, I stay invisible, but I stay with you. I will not be further than perhaps 10 feet behind you. But that way we can still keep the element of surprise. I will not abandon you, as you have requested. But this advantage, I don't want to lose it, because we're going to need everything we possibly can get in the final battle. Is that all right?
I think I can work with that. Although I'll likely have true seeing on, just so I can see others who might be approaching you using the same tactic.
Of course. Well, even if they are approaching me with the same tactic, they won't be able to see me unless they have true seeing as well. Oh. The thing is, though, because I am now this, even if they have true seeing, they will only see a drow following you. They won't see the human rhyme, they will see a drow. So at least we still have that. And I could possibly say, oh, I was just waiting around to kill them when they were at their least defensible. If we are discovered, however, you all may need to pretend to hate me and be my enemy.
That wouldn't be too far of a stretch given my own history, but it may be a bit troublesome for some other party members to do so convincingly.
Deception check.
Did someone say my name?
I will do my... I'll speak with them about it, but I promise I won't be far away from you. You are right. None of us are going to get through this alone. I just want to keep us on top of it as best we can.
Very well.
I am concerned, Father Lightbringer. I don't know what to do now. Yes, this form is very advantageous. I can always go back to looking how I used to. But what do I do once this is all over? My only other talent, I suppose, would be whittling tiny little bird figurines and occasionally patching clothes. Everything else I know is magic and death. What good does that do me outside of a war? I hadn't considered that before, because it had gone on so long, for so much of my life. And now that I am this, I have centuries instead of decades.
You know, when I had been banished from Optimar, I had no idea what I would do. There I was, a cleric of a deity who made it his personal mission in life to make sure that I never forgot that he was always watching. And yet, even however much I wanted to be a healer, most everyone that I came across
I didn't do it.
did not want to have anything to do with me. I had lived my life alone for so very long, feeling as though my talents had been made useless by the very deity who had hoped that I would improve upon them. I can't say that I know what you could do with the talents you now have after all this is over. But if there was a very harsh lesson I learned from the many decades of such an experience, keep moving forward.
What are you going to do once this is all over?
Of that, even I don't fully know. I may have my suspicions, but I'm fairly certain that if I even were to voice a single one of them, that it may not happen. I have to trust that powers greater than my own are leading all of us to a better place.
Ryan,
Until-
Oh, sorry.
Until then, you go ahead.
Rhyme sort of... She looks like she's kind of mentally debating herself and then breathes out as she reaches a decision. If it is not too much trouble, would it irk you if I accompanied you? I feel as though I have learned more from you than I have in all my years with Theadril and Cizaean. And I know, based on watching all of you, that I have much more to learn. I still don't understand a lot of the things that go on. I don't understand really Fairthorn and Jalaram's bond. I don't understand Ivan and Amber's either, but you seem to.
Wait.
Cizaean and Theadril taught me to read, taught me to fight, taught me how to harness my magic, but I don't know if I ever really learned how to be a person. And I figured that after this war, I could at least perhaps give it a try if I survived.
Well, if that is what you want most, I feel I can accommodate that request, even though I'm not sure where I'm going after all this is over just yet.
You're moving forward, are you not?
I am, but that doesn't yet tell me which direction I'm moving forward to.
It is better than staying still, is it not?
Very much so.
I want to understand more. And I don't know if I can without a proper will. No. teacher. That sounds so foreign to say. I have thought much on what you have said. I just don't know how to be anything other than a weapon. But you once said to me that a weapon need not only kill, but perhaps inspire. I don't know how to do that yet either. She straightens up a little and gestures to her face. You may not be well received for traveling with someone of my complexion.
Excuse me?
I didn't know how else to phrase it. I apologize, Ellie.
I just thought that was funny.
She puts her hand to her forehead, and I don't know how well you're going to be able to tolerate tantamile. But
that's true. He already deals with the cat on a daily basis.
I don't think I could go to Lothlore. I am not like them. Even though, technically speaking, I am them. But I know nothing of their ways. I barely even know enough about humans. But I would like to at least learn how to be a person. Be it a drow or a human or anything. I have missed much.
It wouldn't be the first time I had traveled the world feeling ostracized. That won't be anything new. But I will admit, traveling with a hyperactive furry animal who is in the midst of looking into the future right now.
It is also something he's very much used to. Hello, Ivan.
Continue, Doc.
It would perhaps be a nice change of pace to where it's not always giving me the most difficult of riddles, just to pass the time.
At being referenced, Tantamile stumbles off the chair under the table and then flops at Owen's feet.
You're pretty. I want to braid their beard.
Oh, gosh.
Can cats braid?
See, and Rhyme, again, is massaging her temples. You know, I'd cut off our mental bond for a moment, but I can still understand what she says, and I will be very happy once that catnip wears off, and I'm going to have a very stern talking to with that other cat.
Good luck.
Well, I suppose if your plan is going to work, you'd best speak with each of the other party members and make sure they understand what you intend. As I said, at least a couple of them are going to need to have to practice to give a convincing performance.
There was a time when none of you trusted me. I'm sure I can figure out how to call that back. She reaches out to sort of put a hand on his shoulder, but then hesitates a little. But then sort of goes to, like, friendly to make him look a little bit more distinguished, adjust his collar, and hopes that doesn't trigger anything.
Does touching the hair?
Recording. I think you're fine.
Yet I don't know like Josh said, we haven't experimented with it. Anyways, I appreciate your willingness to, for lack of a better term, babysit me until I understand what my place in the world is, other than a sword.
Glad I could be of service.
Are you sure you won't
He didn't say the thing.
be ashamed to travel with one who looks like I do?
I think it might actually be a bit more difficult moving away from all this, at least for a time. Being a part of a group like this. I never would have expected this to be my normal everyday. It's going to take some adjusting to go back to the way things were. But I feel I can manage it.
It won't be completely back. Cat Mile, I feel, is a little nicer than the other cat. And you will at least have someone else to converse with.
True enough.
Do you need to make any preparations for tomorrow?
I think I have everything that I need personally. I think I've already spoken about my ideas to those who need to know them.
Certainly. I will, of course, address my ideas with... Oh, it's so strange to say, the general, as well as the others. Once they're done with their emotional faffing about.
Fapping language.
Ouch.
Okay. Who's next on the list?
I believe we shall move towards
Yeah,
Jalarum and
which faffing
Thea
about are we
first.
going to next?
Father Lifebringer, please, teach me how to be more human. Are you done with your emotional faffing about yet? Please teach me how to be human more.
We're still at war, dang you!
I'm just saying.
So, we're having a kid.
Faye goes to sit down.
John moves over and sits down next to her. How are you feeling?
Honestly, the larger part of me is excited. I mean, I already told you how much I want a family. That was the reason you proposed to me, was it not?
Yeah?
But I will admit it's a little concerning. I mean, I was conceived out of wedlock.
I wasn't. And, I know. That's a bit of a... Still a lot to take in. I mean, I think more concerning is you on the battlefield.
And Faye just looks down quietly.
I want you by my side. I want you to have my back, but at the same time, I'm worried. Well, I could be losing two more people I care about.
If anything of what King Bazaar said is remotely true, then it won't matter if I'm on the battlefield with you or not. If there is something coming.
I just want all of us to be safe in the end.
I do too. I mean, after all, we have a promise to keep to Lark.
That is true. I'm just thinking back to when Sword revealed everything. And then he just glared at you. I mean, I couldn't actually see because he was still wearing his mask and the projection, but he looked at you, and now it's all coming back as you're the next target to make me suffer.
Mm.
Let's be honest with ourselves, Jalarum. One way or another, I was going to become a target of his. If his whole intention was to make you suffer. Honestly, I'm surprised he hasn't come after me prior to this.
What does that do to a man? What does a life of vengeance do to a person? When their whole goal is to make one person miserable. Do they have anything for them? Do they have anything for themselves? John immediately takes out his journal again, and he lays on the table what says Plan A. I didn't bring this up with Seattle and them, but that battlefield plan, all the formations and stuff.
What was that?
Something went off on my phone. Sorry.
All those formations I put out. That was only Plan B.
What was Plan A?
After overhearing your conversation with Nyan about what happens next, will they go back to how they were? John immediately shows what it says, and it says, "End conflict with as little casualties as possible on both sides."
Why didn't you show this before?
It didn't come up until I overheard your conversation with Nyan, and it made me rethink everything. At this point, my goal is to save as many lives as I can, but that also goes for Rob's group. I know if we say the right thing to Valil, I think he can come around. Like he was, as you recall, he was having doubts about what Robus was doing was right and good, even though he considers him a friend. But with others, I'm not sure. I mean, can we overturn someone like Jewel, or have Soren see the light of his actions, or maybe, I don't know, get a little bit of confidence from someone other than Robus. I don't know. I want it to. I don't want to live in a world that's isolated from each other. We had that before, and now I just want that to end. I want us to be united as one unit, not just
as one kingdom, as one people, as one family.
exactly. John was me like going through all his battle strategies, from determining who gets the anti-magic amulet, some like situations in case like guns jam or something. This could all be meaningless, but I want to make sure that Plan A is a success, no matter what. Even if me, sorry, go ahead.
There's still a lot more to figure out, though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I had a chance to show you this. Corwell sent me this after we came back. After I came back from Lefither, and she shows him Alvana's notebook with all like the equations and formulas and stuff.
Okay, DM, can I roll a Decipher Script on this?
Yes.
Alright, do that, alright.
And I'm gonna try to roll a Knowledge Arcana on this.
Pretty good.
That's a Knowledge Arcana, right?
Yes. Excuse me.
DM question.
Nice.
Yes.
Could they use each other's rolls to boost each other if neither one gets quite high enough?
Yeah, I think that's what we're doing.
Yeah, that's what's going on here. Anyways, so you pour over it for a little while, and you begin to try and figure out Elvana's chicken scratch. And here is the stuff that you figure out. Let's see, that's...
Yeah, I've been itching to figure out what that is, so.
Alright. I have updated the notebook.
Oh, cool. Alright. Oh, okay, well, looks like some of the, at least the letters portion of it, represents, well, LV is spell level, that's kind of obvious.
Here,
Something.
beast. Why is this relevant?
They're not spell ingredients, are they?
Pure virgin, intelligent plant, extra planar. What are these ingredients for making a spell?
I highly doubt that.
DM, what did the Arcana check figure out?
That's everything that both of you work together to figure out.
Ah, darn.
There's still more of this to go through, and I still haven't had a chance to research if Robus's amulet counts as an artifact or not.
Oh, the mage's disenchantment thingy.
Disjunction.
Disjunction. I don't know. That's another thing I was thinking of. What if it affects ours as well? That's the only advantage I can have. Like, if Plan B ends up happening, that's the only advantage I have on Sorn.
There's so many things to consider. I was already of the mind to not use Mage's Disjunction until it was absolutely necessary anyway. But I don't know what to do, Amael. I do agree with Owen that we need the spell. But at the same time, we do need to protect ourselves from their spellcasters.
John turns back to the page where he talks about like the evenly distributing the anti-magic necklaces. Well, if I can distribute it evenly, at least amongst the non-spellcasters, we might have a little bit of advantage. And like I said, buffs stay attached even with the anti-magic field on. Until then, we just gotta learn to know our surroundings.
Out of character question, doesn't Jerem only have one anti-magic item?
No, didn't they get like reproduced some by Directian? Although I think they could only make a few.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
like 30
Okay.
or so.
Yeah. Alright, sorry, I had forgotten that part, thanks.
No, you're good.
To be honest, I forgot it too.
Refresher.
That John then turns back to Plan A. How do you capture the king with the least amounts of pieces sacrificed on both sides?
To the tail. No.
She looks at him and like covers his plan with her hand. Improvise.
And don't let your opponent know you're improvising.
Jonathan takes her hand and kisses it. I have been good at that.
Aww.
All right. I do want to talk to Rhyme and Owen about Plan A, though. That's it. All right. John gets out of his chair.
Faye stands up too.
All right. Let's go find the others.
Amael?
Yeah?
What do you
Yes?
think a good name would be?
For our kid?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Gee, I haven't thought about that. I mean, it is going to be a boy, so, I don't know, I guess I like the name Adrian. Sounds cool.
I like that.
What if he's wrong? What if we end up having a girl instead?
Back up.
Faye thinks for a moment. Merylwen.
What does that mean?
It means rose.
Oh my god!
Dalarum start like starts happy crying and just like hugs Faithorn. I love that game so much.
Seriously, I actually am.
Hey, so anyone up for retconning the gender of the baby? And for once, I'm not even making a snarky comment. That's perfect.
Poor Josh.
There goes my pancreas.
What the heck does your pancreas have to do with it?
Diabetes.
Oh, right. That.
Yeah.
Look, I know about as much about pancreases as Josh knows about female pregnancy, okay?
Towel, toilet paper.
We should probably head down.
I wonder if Ivan's taken it upon himself to explain functions to Amber.
Birds on the bees.
Like, Jones to me is like, oh, that's not going to go well.
Hopefully,
Speaking of which,
Meanwhile,
back at the ranch.
And then zip, the baby comes out.
Oh my gosh, really?
Okay, Ben, am I gonna assume you just went through the whole health class with Amber?
Ivan just finished a song that he learned when he was a kid.
go.
It's a song called The Birds and the Bees. Anywho,
now Amber's even more confused.
Please wait while your Amber.exe reboots.
Okay, yeah, Amber takes. Yeah, I take a step back and lean up against the wall for a minute.
You gonna be okay?
That sounds a lot harder than laying eggs.
Yeah, it's not the easiest process in the world. But as gnomes, we know it's a natural, beautiful thing, so we don't have any fear talking to others about it.
Yeah.
She's rubbing her. I'm just rubbing my shoulder awkwardly and pulling up my clothes. Like, not in a happy way.
Should I have been a little more sparse with the details?
No, you're fine.
She's probably wondering.
Amber pokes her head out to see if she can spot Jim and Faye and Rhyme.
No.
Not yet. Okay. Well,
I'm sure if you hollered for her, Rhyme could probably hear you.
And Faye is coming back down the stairs.
Yes, we can, but she can't see them.
So, yeah, Amber looks extremely awkward. Excuse me. Goodness. Yeah, I don't know how, she keeps stumbling. You know what, Ivan? Thank you for sharing. Love you, bye! She kisses him and then runs out the door screaming, Rhyme! Faye! Jim! Girl talk now!
Genuinely confused here. Does Amber? I thought dragons, they did the same act. It's just they didn't give live birth.
That's the thing she's freaking out about.
Well, there's more to it than that.
Anyway,
I thought Amber knew at least about the act itself. I didn't see how live birth would make it out.
Shay.
Yeah.
You know how you said that Josh knows that you know as much about pancreases as Josh does about female pregnancy?
Yeah.
You're probably joining him in that club. The emotional part of it, dear. Just let the girls handle, okay? Thank you, darling.
Yeah.
Don't try to lose it off here, but okay.
Alright, so
Faye hears the
I-
fellow and is like, I think I need it.
Amber's pacing in circles.
So yeah, Jaminia looks up and says, "Pardon me, I think we have a small domestic emergency that I need to take care of."
Rhyme exits out onto the balcony and says, "You bellowed."
I need help.
I could hear you all the way upstairs. Goodness.
She's a dragon. This was a fun episode. Not as feelsy. Not as many major bombshells. Just, oh, yeah. If it's not a girl, we riot. Name her Rose. Name her Rose. Oh. Well, I'm just. I'm still bad at outros. Okay. I will see you next week for another reaction. Oh, next week's gonna be the girl talk. Oh. That'll be fun. Amber just constantly freaking out. Alright. See ya.